Okay, sorry about that, guys. Hold on. And I don't know what is going on with my graphic that's supposed to be over there. Hang on. And then my whole freaking thing closed down. Okay, this is crazy. This is crazy. Alright, I have to do this all over again. I'm not in the live chat. And then I've got to get the graphic up. And then I lost all my notes. We'll get through it. We will get through it. Okay, so anyway. So it's very strange that we were just talking about Savannah Chrisley dating that that guy that was almost part of a murder plot by Lindsay Shiver, however you say their last name. And then today, Savannah, well, now it's not today anymore, but her ex, Nick Cordiles, he died from injuries sustained in a motorcycle accident at 29 years old. So, sad news. Here we go. Sad news there. And he was a former NHL, National Hockey League player. He ran through a stop sign and hit the driver's side of a BMW. He died from his injuries sustained in that accident that happened early Saturday morning. The Metropolitan Nashville Police Department reportedly told the Nashville station that Cordiles, 29, ran through a stop sign in a residential area north of the Tennessee Capitol. He was on an Indian motorcycle and happened at 3:30 a.m. approximately. He hit the driver's side of a BMW, and the driver of the BMW didn't seem to be injured. Cordiles was taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. On Friday night, Cordiles shared a photo of himself with his helmet on, riding his motorcycle. He wrote below the vehicle on his Instagram story, Night Rider. So he literally put that on, Night Rider, like the night before. And earlier this month, he reflected on Instagram about making the most of every day in an Instagram series of photos from time spent with his family back home. And I quote him writing, "Time in this life goes by quicker and quicker each day. I will never again take these days with them for granted, and my advice is the same for everyone else." He was previously engaged to Chrisley, 26, after they began dating in November of 2017. In July of 2020, Savannah shared that the engagement and wedding was off. She explained about their decision, saying, "Nick and I have been together for 2.5 years. We're just trying to find our place in this world. We're working on ourselves in order to be better for each other. I'd like to say our relationship is unique, and we're kind of marching to our own beat." And she said something else about an angel and riding with him that I read before. Hang on, because let me see here. Because there was something else she wrote. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let me see. She said, I know that there was, let me see here. Well, here's what she said. She said, okay. Having gained the most beautiful angel, I can't wait to ride bikes along the beaches of heaven with you one day. She wrote that in her Instagram story. Let's see now. I wonder if she's still with that other guy. Huh. Okay. So let's go on to our next story because I don't know. It's late and we're not going to be on for very long. But we want to get through everything and do that correctly. So the next thing that I'm going to tell you about is about a 14-year-old Kansas runaway. And something very tragic happened. Okay, so this is Jaylee Chilson. Put there. There we go. And Jaylee was attending an outdoor party in Aurora, Kansas. And earlier that day, she ran away from her home. The Cloud County Sheriff's Office received the call that the girl had run away, and a deputy tracked her down in an attempt to get her to return home. And once the deputy got a hold of her, he tried to convince her to return home. But she pulled out a gun and fatally shot herself. Deputy responded to the outdoor field party that was attended by college and high school students. Once the deputy located Chilson, he escorted her to his patrol vehicle, the department explained, and then she pulled out a firearm and shot herself. Here's a press release from the Cloud County Sheriff's Office. Whoops, that's way too large. They like large, but that's too large. The Cloud County Sheriff's Office and the Kansas Bureau of Investigation are conducting a death investigation after a shooting occurred Saturday night at a party in rural Cloud County. On Saturday, September 16th at around 11:25 p.m., a Clay Center resident called the Cloud County Sheriff's Office to request help locating a family member who was a 14-year-old female. The girl was believed to have run away and was thought to be attending a party near Aurora, Kansas. A deputy responded to the outdoor field party that was attended by the college and high school students occurring near 210th Road and Lark Road in Aurora. The deputy located the girl and tried to convince her to return to her family. He was escorting her to his patrol vehicle when she pulled out a firearm and shot herself. The deputy did not draw his firearm. The sheriff's deputy and an off-duty firefighter attempted life-saving measures, but the girl was pronounced dead at the scene shortly after midnight. The Cloud County Sheriff's Office requested KBI assistance to conduct the death investigation to ensure impartiality since their deputy was present during the shooting. Multiple partygoers witnessed the incident and offered interviews. The investigation is ongoing, so that is horrible. Horrible. Why would she even have a gun? Why would she do that? What was going on, right? A GoFundMe was set up earlier this week to raise funds for Chilson's funeral service. She was born in Manhattan, Kansas. According to her obituary, she enjoyed fishing, camping, and hunting, and softball was another favorite activity for her. She also enjoyed riding with her father in a semi-truck and hoped to be a diesel mechanic. She is survived by her parents, 4 brothers, and 4 grandparents. Terrible. Terrible. I don't even understand why a girl would have a gun like that. And what would the family not know? That would they have told them, look, there's a gun missing from our house? Did they not know? I don't know. Did she get it from somewhere else? A lot of unanswered questions there. Just horrible. A 14-year-old doing that. Horrendous. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is Kouri Richins, because there's a couple that's coming forward and speaking out because Kouri apparently sold them a mold-infested house. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So a Utah family is holding Kouri Richins accountable for their near financial devastation after purchasing a renovated house from her, which they claim they had to evacuate because of hazardous levels of mold, along with a slew of unexplained health issues. So Taryn Wright, 38, was on Dateline Friday night, and the Wrights say they bought the house from Richins Realty Company 3 years ago, only to discover dangerous levels of mold. It left the house uninhabitable, while they remained on the hook for the mortgage to both the home and their rent for where they are living now. Let me get the couple. This is the couple that bought the home from her. Okay. They began their lawsuit against Kouri Richins and her realty firm in November of 2021, and it was about 6 months before she was charged with her husband's murder, which he died on March 4th, 2022. So here are some of their mold issues. Get over there. Mold was found behind a new dresser and water pooling on the floor in their son's room. A survey later revealed hazardous levels of mold throughout the home. Look at that snow. Okay. Richins' legal team has denied the murder accusation, asserting a lack of substantial evidence. Prosecutors say that Kouri Richins poisoned Eric Richins. We know that for a Moscow Mule had fentanyl in it, right? She gave it to him. They were supposed to be celebrating the sale of a house with her, but then we found out that wasn't the case at all. She said she was in another child's room at the time, came back and found him unresponsive. And, well, none of that jives because there's like text messages and stuff that don't fit with the timeline, and she has text messages requesting fentanyl from someone. Yeah, so she's pretty. And now we also know they found that letter in her cell to her mother, trying to get her brother, to say certain things, which is witness tampering. And then she says, oh, no, that wasn't what that was for a book. Yeah, sure, lady. So the Wrights now are seeking compensation for repairs to the property damage, which they argue constitute a complete loss, together with damages for various health issues that allegedly began soon after moving into the nearly 2,000 square foot home in January 2020. Richins' lawyers denied the allegations, asserting that the Richins Realty Company provided comprehensive disclosures and the alleged defects could have been identified through a proper survey of the home. The house is located in Heber City, southeast of Salt Lake City, and it was part of Richins' house flipping business, which she launched in 2019. Financial troubles soon plagued the business, with Richins owing lenders $1.8 million by February of 2022. Prosecutors allege that Richins engaged in fraudulent activities such as theft, forgery, and deception as her debts mounted, even using a fraudulent power of attorney to secure a $250,000 line of credit against her husband's property, among other allegations. The family say they were not told about previous water damage or any plumbing and roof issues, and they purchased the property for $409,000 in January of 2020. They say we envisioned having barbecues and hosting parties and just spending time with family and being able to look out at a beautiful view. Shortly after the first springtime rain, they noticed a musty smell in the basement. Mold was found behind a new dresser and water was pooling on the floor in their son's room. They also began to suffer from various health problems, including asthma, fungal infections, joint pain, and brain fog. They were never like, oh, this is what's wrong with you. It was just kind of like, oh, well, you'll just try to get over it. It was super hard. In August of 2022, the family had the house inspected, revealing hazardous mold levels throughout. Some mold samples were 100 times higher than what would be considered safe. The Wrights were forced to evacuate their home immediately upon discovering the mold and moved into a relative's rental property, leaving their belongings behind, fearing contamination. They also tried unsuccessfully to contact Kouri Richins for assistance with remediation. Text messages between Richins and a realtor suggest that she may have been aware of the mold issue before selling the house, yet despite possible knowledge of the mold, the house was presented as pristine. The lawsuit, described as a last resort by Alec Wright, has placed the family in a precarious financial position. If we're not able to find the means to get back into our home, financially we'll be ruined, Alec Wright said. The family said they had invested substantial sums into their home, with repair costs now set to exceed what they paid to buy the house. Before Richins' murder charge, the Wrights had hoped their lawsuit would recoup their losses, but the situation now appears dire, with Taryn Wright saying the families risk losing everything. A judge earlier this year ordered Richins to remain in jail pending trial. Prosecutors have decided not to seek the death penalty against her after conferring with the victim's father and two sisters. Prosecutors say Richins planned at length to kill her husband, making financial arrangements and purchasing drugs, the drugs that were found in his system after his March 2022 death. She made major changes to the family's estate plans. She took out life insurance policies on him with benefits totaling nearly $2 million. Her attorneys counter that the prosecution's case is based on financial motives, prove she was bad at math, not guilty of murder. Richins, meanwhile, is facing a lawsuit seeking over $13 million in damages for alleged financial wrongdoing before and after his death. The lawsuit, filed in state court by Katie Richins, is the sister of Eric Richins, accuses Kouri of taking money from her husband's accounts, diverting money intended to pay his taxes, and obtaining a fraudulent loan, among other things, before his death. So that is that. Let's see what else is up with let's see. So Remember that the Take Care of Maya trial will not be on Monday. It will resume on Tuesday. And let's see if anything else is going on that we need to be aware of. Well, did you hear about this? Okay, so an alligator was seen walking around with a lifeless body. Now, the lifeless body was found clenched between the 14-foot alligator's jaws. Now, they found out that that woman was arrested just 2 months earlier for trespassing on county wetland property. Okay, Sabrina Peckham, 41 years old, was identified by police Saturday as the victim being dragged by the alligator in a canal along a residential street in Largo, a small community just 4 miles south of Clearwater. The homeless woman was caught by Pinellas County deputies around 6:30 a.m. on July 14th for trespassing onto county wetland just half a mile from where she was found dead on Friday, according to the court records. She ignored posted signage warning against unlawful entry. After pleading no contest to the misdemeanor, she was released from the county jail on September 8th and was ordered to pay $500. It's not clear where the transient woman went in the 2 weeks before she was discovered dead in the waterway. 2 months. It's 2 months. Not 2 weeks. Why, that's past really bad reporting. Records show she had a history of run-ins with police dating back to 2014, including multiple charges for trespassing. She also had multiple drug and theft convictions lodged against her. A witness on his way to get to a job interview was the first to spot the alligator, which was a male, carrying her body and rushed to alert the nearby fire department. Authorities humanely killed the massive reptile, though neighbors and responders yanked it from the water and shot it several times. Okay, let's read that again. Authorities humanely killed the massive reptile, though neighbors said, responders yanked it from the water and shot it several times. Okay, so there's a discrepancy there. The area is near the popular Ridgecrest Park, which includes a 5-acre lake known to house alligators. The gators routinely wander the neighborhood, according to neighbors, but the one killed Friday was one of the biggest some of them have ever encountered. Okay, so, yep. Gator. Hey, Banjo, how you doing? Hi, K-Rox. Hello, it's Bank. Yeah, that's Florida for you. Those canals that they call lakes are just teeming with alligators. You don't ever want to go to a lake in Florida. I think my sister once water skied in one with my brother. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay. Hi, Liza. Hi, A Heart Made Wise. Hi, Christine Ferrara. Hello, everybody that came in when I wasn't looking. Hello, Kelly F. Banjo. Hi, everybody. Anybody that I missed? Okay. There was something else I saw. Get over here. Wow, this is something else. This, oh boy. Hang on. So a freight train slammed into an SUV in Florida on Saturday and killing 5 people, at least 2 children, and leaving 2 adults critically injured. The unidentified family of 7 was heading to Quinceanera. Quinceanera, right? That's the 15-year-old birthday party. Quinceanera. At 6:45 p.m. when they rolled onto the train crossing in Plant City, 25 miles east of Tampa. The word devastating doesn't begin to describe the events about the tragedy that unfolded, the Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister said. Video footage obtained by police showed the Cadillac Escalade slowly approaching the crossing, which is marked only by a stop sign rather than crossing arms. The driver continued to crawl across the tracks without looking both ways, landing directly in the path of a mile-long freight train moving at 55 miles per hour. Both witnesses in nearby parked cars and the conductor of the train blared their horns and flashed their lights as the conductor attempted to slow the convoy down, but it was too late. As you can imagine, the carnage that's created when these two collide, the sheriff said. The SUV, we can see from the video, begins to catapult and flip violently several times before it's landed a distance from the crossing. All 5 backseat passengers, 2 males and 3 females, were ejected from the SUV and killed. The ages of the children killed after the tragic accident were 10, 14, and an adult child. Family told police that among the dead were a 10, 14-year-old and an adult child. The driver and front seat passenger, both adult men, were trapped inside the SUV that looks like a soft drink can that's been smashed. After being freed by the jaws of life, the pair were rushed to an area hospital in critical condition. Maybe an entire family lost their lives here tonight. We are all visibly shaken, and we are all rattled at our core tonight after witnessing what happened here, Chronister lamented. The tragedy is still under investigation. Wow, how sad. So sad. What the heck? Why? How didn't they see all excited to go to something, and then something like that happens? Ugh. Hold on a sec. Okay. Let's see what else. Anything else? Let's see. Did the alligator? Let's see if there's anything here, and then we will. don't see too much in here. Anything else really going on there? Let's check one other place and see if there's anything worth talking about here. Getting tired anyway. Okay. Ophelia weekend. Okay, so we have, so some of you might have a little bit of Ophelia. We have some winds and we've had this rain, horrible rain today. Let's see. Anything good? Anything to talk about? Let's see. No, I don't see 10 and 11. Oh, let's talk about this one. This is like crazy. This is a crazy story. You might have heard about this one again in Florida. Florida for the third story in a row here. A young brother and a sister, a 10-year-old boy and an 11-year-old girl, took their mom's car on a joyride when she took away their electronic devices. And they were stopped by police on a Florida highway about 200 miles from home. Deputies stopped the pair at about 3:50 a.m. Thursday as they rode in their mother's sedan on Interstate 75 in Alachua, Florida, about 16 miles north of Gainesville. The boy was driving. This is 3:50 in the morning. The two ended up a 3-hour ride north of home in Northport, Florida. Northport, Florida. Where's Northport, Florida? That's the third story. That's from Northport, Florida. That is where the Laundries lived, right? After they ran away because their mother seized their electronic devices. The parent reported them missing. When deputies spotted the sedan, which had been reported as stolen, they stopped it and ordered the people inside out at gunpoint. Much to their surprise, deputies observed a 10-year-old male driver exit the vehicle along with his 11-year-old sister. The two were released to their mother and were unlikely to face charges since the parent did not want to pursue allegations the vehicle was stolen. It said criminal charges could not be recommended after the mother declined to pursue the stolen vehicle case. The driver could have been booked on an allegation of driving without a license, but it's a misdemeanor traffic violation and would not lead to detention in a juvenile facility. Our detectives did speak with the mother at length. She was clearly doing her best to raise two young children, and she was very receptive to the recommendations they provided in helping her get assistance. Crazy that those kids drove 200 miles at 10-year-old. A 10-year-old. I mean, that's crazy. 10 years old driving. That's just, I don't know, even 200 miles in the middle of the night. Wow. Just crazy. Okay. All right, I think. What's up, Jeanette? Good night, K-Rocks. Jeanette, why are you sad? What are you being sad about, Jeanette? Oh, I'm in live. I'm in. What's going on, Jeanette? Okay, so let's go on. There's a couple of fishing videos I put up earlier today with the boys, if you haven't seen those. The one where they're catching a back-to-back is pretty cool. Hi, Murder Crows. You didn't know how to drive when... Yeah, I know. Look what we're going to do, Murder Crows. You're just in time. You're just in time because my eyes are closing. I don't want to go to bed. Oh, they'll locate it. I get you. Hello, Deputy. Okay, let's, I'm not going to do the bake-off now. Okay, we're going to go to the event. We're going to go to the daily puzzle. Okay. Try to get this one. Mm. Okay, let's see. I tried all of those. I have SEEP. I tried peer. It's an extra word. Watching it, off topic, was watching Crime Con. Gabby Tito's family got the Crime Fighter of the Year award. Natalie Wilson and Derica Wilson, founders of the Black and Missing Foundation, gave them the award. The Petito family accepted the award and said they were donating $15,000 to the Black and Missing Foundation. I was crying to see this. Oh, that's nice. I think, I don't know, it seems a little weird that, I don't know, it feels it's like an entertainment event. I don't know. I guess things have changed a lot. Oh, good murder cause. I don't know, guys, but I think I have to go to bed. Yes, respect for Gabby's parents, I agree with that, but I'm confused that the Crime Con was something totally different. I don't know. Fanfare, okay. Jeanette, you make me laugh. You know, like you always go like, "Oh, I'm watching this trial." I'm not, and I go, "I'm watching the." I know, I won't watch that trial. I won't watch the Maya trial. Then you go, I'm watching this. No, I won't watch that trial. But then, so funny, Jeanette. Very funny. Why won't you watch the Maya trial? They were at crime 2023 present. I know, Jeanette. I understand that. What I'm trying to say is, never mind. I can watch 6 to 8 hours trial a day. I have more therapy. No, but you watch a lot of others like stuff. You watch it like crazy. I don't know. You watch a lot, and then you're like, "Oh, are you watching that trial?" I am. But then this trial, I thought you would watch this trial. You're okay, miracles. That's okay. You don't have to be sorry, Jeanette. Don't be sorry. Not at all. Not at all. Right, you did A.G. Freund. I know. For 1 week, but there are more trials I don't watch. Okay. All right. Don't worry about it, Jeanette. Really, please don't. I'm sorry you're getting tired. Yeah. I hope that goes well for you. Alright, guys, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm really feeling tired. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers for all. Please give the video a like and a share and help us get it out there. Thank you so much. Take care, Jeanette. Bye, everybody. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers for all. See you tomorrow.